game. Should we get hype?
No.
Oh.
No, you're not getting hype. Get hype for what?
There you go. One for every game.
What are we getting hype for? I was about to say, this is terrible.
But we got the Cavs to talk about today. We got the Browns to talk about today. I'm going to talk about the Atlanta Dream because they are number one in WNBA standings today. Our Atlanta Dream, the official WNBA team of the Q and Cove show. Hashtag not sponsored.
Talk about it.
But let's start with what everybody wants to talk about is the Cleveland Cavaliers. They had a rough showing, to say the least, against the New York Knicks. To be fair, I did not get to watch most of this series live because I was busy this weekend, right? Like, it's a holiday weekend. I had family in town. Once they went down 0-2 and they did not win game 3, I was not really going to go out my way to watch game 4. Right? Like, I think we all knew what was going to happen in game 4. And boy, did the New York Knicks do it to us. One, before we even get to the Cavs part of this, do you think the Knicks have a legitimate chance here? Well, I mean, obviously have a legitimate chance they're going to be in the finals. Do you think that the Knicks have a fighting chance against whoever comes out the West?
I think they would much rather play the Spurs than play the Thunder.
Which brings me to my second point. Am I a hater because I really want the Thunder to win now?
I mean, you are a hater.
Sides, but I'm like, hey man, can't have the Knicks win the championship. Sorry, Wimpy. I'm gonna need Oklahoma City to get there.
Yeah, I think they definitely match up better with the Spurs than they do the Thunder.
Yeah.
If the Thunder end up getting there, I think they win that series in 5 or 6 games. Even with the injuries, like even without J-Dub, I still think they can win that series.
Yeah.
If the Spurs get there, though, I think the Knicks can get that one.
I think they'll be able to experience their way through that series. You know what I mean? It'll be like, what series was that? Was it a Spurs-Lakers series that happened like that? Or was it? No. It was, was it Detroit Lakers that happened like that? Nah, that was 04.
That was 04. There wasn't an experience thing going on there. We're like experience,
like LeBron first ring versus Oklahoma City. That's what.
I was about to say that feels like one where the team that had been there before and came up short versus the team who's getting there for the very first time. The team,
which both these
obviously,
teams
is going to
are
have the advantage.
getting there for the first time, right? Like if the Spurs, Knicks, because the Knicks have not been to the finals recently, nor have the only player who's played in finals is what, Jalen Brunson?
No, Jalen Brunson, no.
Jalen Brunson wasn't on that finals team with Luka?
No, he's not the only one. I don't think he was on that finals team.
Oh.
Nah, he wasn't on that finals team. The only one who's been in the finals, I believe, is OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby and Jordan Clarkson, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a hell of a list right there.
OG Anunoby was on the Raptors when they won.
So, yeah, I do think it matters what the matchup is. The Spurs, I don't know if they're ready to win a championship right now. We'll see what happens.
Young, man. They're so young.
But they're so good.
The fact that they're so young is just like, I think we're one more year away from them being like.
I wonder though, like if this is a sweet spot for them, because like Oklahoma City last year was young. You know what I mean? And I wonder if this is a sweet spot for them where they're like so young that they're kind of oblivious. You know what I mean? Like the moment hasn't really set in because they don't know anything else. Like I feel like the experience thing really gets you once you've gotten close a couple of times and you haven't made it, because now you appreciate how far you've gone. This is the Spurs' first time here. They might just be like, this is what it's supposed to be like.
It's too early to call it either way.
Yeah, like because it happened with LeBron. LeBron had spent like 3-4 years getting eliminated in the playoffs before he got to the finals. So I'm wondering if like the fact that they just are so good so early that like that shit hasn't even set in yet. You know what I mean? In a lesser extent, kind of happened with Oklahoma City last year, where it's like, oh, you expected to set in, but it didn't really set in. But let's talk about the Cavs.
Breaking news. Breaking news from the Cleveland Cavaliers side, at least. Nobody's getting fired.
Nobody's getting fired?
Nobody's getting fired. Everybody's back.
I didn't think Kobe would get fired. Because ultimately, the move Kobe Altman made did make the team better. Kenny Atkinson not getting fired is kind of
it's crazy. It's crazy that he still has a job. It's pretty crazy.
I don't think it's crazy because I can see the logic for it, right? Kenny's been the coach for 2 years. 1 year you make it to the second round. This year you made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. That is progression technically. Obviously, I thought he'd be fired, right? But he also like has won 53 games this year, 64 last year.
Was it 64?
Yeah, it was like 64 wins last year.
Dang.
Yeah, so like I can honestly understand why you want to fire him. I think that the mistakes he makes in the playoffs are just too basic for me to ignore. But also, do you think that like who they could get right now would be better? Like, do you think have you been having that debate with Jason Kidd? I'm not a believer ever in Jason Kidd. I don't know why everybody believes in Jason Kidd. I've been a day one Jason Kidd hater. Okay. I said when they made that trade, I'm like, watch Jason Kidd get fired soon. Everybody thought I was wrong. I was right. Jason Kidd got fired. Right. Like, I don't get the appeal there. I think Jason Kidd's prone to doing some of the same dumb shit that Kenny does. Except for like, there's no reason for Jason Kidd to do those things. I don't know. They seem like once Kenny talked about them analytical wins, which was like, don't say that publicly. You know what I mean? I get the point you're trying to make, which is if we were just making shots, we'd simply be in a better spot. But ain't nobody trying to hear that shit when you down 0-3. You know what I mean? You just lost at home. Ain't nobody trying to hear that at all. So I get that point. I can understand why, if you just look at this on paper, you wouldn't want to fire Kenny. I thought he was gonna get fired. Because I don't know what it is, but it just I don't know if it's Kenny's fault why we're showing up flat in the playoffs so often, but because we've seen it with multiple coaches. This group have these moments, but it's just like, how many lessons did he learn way too late this year?
And it's beyond, to me, it's beyond just this postseason, because there were multiple red flags in that series against the Pacers where I was just like, hey, man, I don't know if people are paying attention, but Rick Carlisle is out coaching the shit out of Kenny. Like he is coaching circles around Kenny.
It's Rick Carlisle and it's Kenny Atkinson's first playoff series. Real playoffs.
Well, I was about to say technically not his first playoff series.
Like real. He weren't an actual series last year, right? Like first real playoff series. And like if it were like the stuff that happened in Toronto bugged me more. The stuff like he outcoached, I think, JB in Detroit. But the stuff that was happening in Toronto,
I don't even think he outcoached JB in Detroit. I think he just had a better team.
Yeah,
well, I think he had a better team than JB, and I think that ended up winning out at the end.
I think the Pistons were playing better basketball than the Cavs in that series.
They were 100% were. They 1,000% were.
Yeah, so I don't think it was like the Cavs were just better than the Pistons in that series. I do think he did outcoach JB. He outmaneuvered him a couple of times, got to the right minutes, got some matchups in the last two games, in the last two wins of that series that I thought were pretty important. Like he had some good stuff in that Detroit series. It's just JB we know has limitations there. But it's like I'm not gonna kill him too much for getting killed by Rick. Rick Carlisle's a Hall of Fame coach. You know what I mean?
It's not that he got outcoached by Rick Carlisle. It's the
to every coach he ran into in the playoffs that year.
It's like I think it's more so like how you got it's like the little things that he was doing, like how he like in the game that they won, how he put the zone out there, and then he tried to do it the next game, and then the Pacers just flat out just whipped up the Cavs. Like, do you really think this is gonna work more than once? Like, it's like things like that, and I'm just like, hey man, I don't know. I don't know.
It's like, how do you learn those lessons? You know what I mean? Like ultimately he was 64 and 18 last year, 52 and 30. And they didn't make the Eastern Conference Finals. It's not the craziest thing in the world for a team to be like, we're not going to fire him. Now, he might get fired in the middle of next year, which I think puts him in a worse position, right? I think this is the thought process is like, do you just want to fire him to get ahead of it? Or do you want to wait until some shit happens again with Kenny? Like that's kind of like where I'm at with it, because I'm just not convinced the shit's not going to happen again with Kenny. And that
it's 100% gonna happen again. But you know what else is gonna happen? You know why it's gonna be worse? It's gonna happen again, and you're running the risk of having LeBron James on the team when it happens. And we know how those things. You know how those things tend to happen.
I mean, like that's going to happen at the trade deadline, and then Kenny gets fired, and then LeBron's coaching the team. Is Ty Lue still coach somewhere?
He is the Clippers head coach still.
Yeah, they'll fire him halfway through the season. We'll pick him up. Like if LeBron comes back, that becomes a much simpler problem to solve to me, because LeBron is good enough to coach the team. like if LeBron installs a puppet, if it's Johnny Bryant that's being the head coach for the rest of the season, okay, like LeBron just gets to do what he wants. That concerns me less, right? When it's James Harden and Donovan Mitchell steering the boat, I kind of care who the coach is, right? Like when it's LeBron, I don't give a fuck about the coach. JJ Redick been living for 3 years as an NBA coach with LeBron James.
Hold on. I was going to say JJ ain't bad. JJ ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? Rob needs to help him out a little bit.
Zero coaching experience, though. Like, and he's able to survive because he got Bron and Luka there, like, to help him out. Like, if it's James Harden and LeBron James on the roster, like, hey man, you can put anybody at coach.
I'm just saying. I have way more faith in JJ Redick than I do in Kenny. Way more faith in JJ.
Except for Kenny at least got to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like the results have been the same though. You know what I mean?
The most miserable Eastern Conference Finals run I've ever seen a team have. Just pure misery the entire time. Hey, Chad, was anybody happy at any point during this run?
No, don't do that.
Anybody legitimately? Was anybody happy?
We were happy after Game 7 of the Raptors. We were happy after we beat the Pistons. We were happy halfway through the Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
I want you to look at the comments. I want you to look at them. Just really quick.
I know what the comments are. It's the day after the Cavs got eliminated. The internet's super reactionary. Everybody's going to be in their mad bag right now and act like nothing of joy happened. But we know that joy happened during that run. Like we saw some good things from Evan Mobley in this run. We saw what it could be. Like, I think their bet is, we'll get James Harden and Donovan Mitchell together for another year and then hope that chemistry works out. I just think betting on time with Donovan and James is a bad idea because I think Donovan's game's starting to age and like James' game is aged gracefully, but he's still aged. You know what I mean? And I think the Cavs' biggest problem is they got a whole deck of face cards, right? If you play in spades, we got nothing but face cards in there. And those cards are good enough to win you some books, early on. But when shit gets down, and those spades start getting thrown out, we got nothing for you, right? The Knicks threw out the spade of Jalen Brunson. We got nothing for you. We got absolutely nothing for you. We cannot go band for band with that. Like, that is what it is. That's the Cavs' problem right now. They have nothing but face cards in that deck, which means they're going to be a good team. They're going to win 50 wins pretty consistently, probably, maybe even touch 58, maybe even get a 2 seed, you know what I mean? It look really good next year because like the chemistry between James Harden and Donovan Mitchell will get better. They will turn the ball over less, and they will play much better regular season basketball next year. And they will probably be a pretty solid team for the bulk of the regular season next year. If they add LeBron James, obviously it's going to be better. But the problem is LeBron James at this point of his career, he's not an ace of spade anymore, right? LeBron James, at best, low spade, right now, face card, right? Like, look, LeBron James tried to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder, like the Cavs tried to take on the New York Knicks, and LeBron played great. They still got swept.
In fairness to LeBron, just look at them rosters, man. There's only so much you could do. There's only so much that he can do, man. Yeah. It felt very 2007 versus the Spurs.
It is what it is.
It wasn't nothing he could do. It wasn't nothing he could do about that.
But here's what I'm saying though: this ain't 2018 Bron, where he taking Rodney Hood to the finals, right? Like this is not.
You also have to remember the context of this, though. He did that going through the East. He did not do that going through the Western Conference, which are two totally different things.
He 1v5 the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals that year.
Yes, he did. He
is not capable of doing that, right? That is my point.
He's not going to do that in the West. It's not going to happen.
LeBron, that people are used to being in the Cavs uniform, it's still going to be a good version of LeBron. He's not going to be what you need, because what you need right now is somebody to emerge as an ace of spade, right? Like that's what you need. One of the five. This roster desperately needs somebody to emerge and become one of the 5 best players in basketball, or 10 best players in basketball. Evan Mobley is not looking like he's going to be that. The offensive game is just not as consistent as we would like it. He's a really good player, but he's not where you want him to be as far as that conversation is going, right? The Giannis conversation with him. It's not.
Oh, yeah. No. He's not that. He's not that.
Yeah,
Funny enough, it's kind of weird with his playoff run. Like he was consistently, I thought on both ends, the most impactful player for the Cavs in the playoffs, but also his offensive game, like he can't create offense for himself.
Yeah, like on the spectrum of players he was compared to out of college, right? Tim Duncan being the highest, Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett being the highest, and then there were probably some really shitty comps for him at the low end, and then in the middle of it was like Chris Bosh. He is much closer to the Chris Bosh on that spectrum, right? Like really good player. You know what I mean? On the championship team, probably your second or third best player on a elite level championship team, right? Like on a Miami Heat level champion. Like Chris Bosh was good enough to be the second best player on the championship team in his prime. It just so happened that he was the third guy in the big three because Dwayne Wade and LeBron James were on the squad. Right?
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where the conversation with Evan Mobley gets a little bit confusing to me, because the way people talk about him, you would think he was like bad or like not that good. And I watch him play basketball, and I'm just like,
the juxtaposition with Evan Mobley is this:
he's really good.
He's really, really good. But Cavs fans, whether they're conscious about it or subconscious about it, they kind of understand that they need Evan Mobley to be elite. They need Evan to be in the MVP conversation for the Cavs to have a chance to win a championship, right? Like we've all acknowledged this for years. That's where Evan needs to get to for the Cavs to be what they need. But that's maybe not what Evan is. So we can't appreciate what Evan is because we need Evan to be this other thing, right? And that's kind of been the story of every good player on this Cavs era, which, look, this has been a win-loss wise, this has been a great era of basketball for the Cavaliers compared to what they were doing with Darius Garland and Colin Sexton, right? Like, comparatively, much better. We were begging for, I wish we could get to the playoffs and see what happens. We were begging for this when we had Sexton in the backcourt, right? But the frustration that's around Donovan.
What you call him, Q? What you call him?
That's what they called him. That's what people kept telling me. It was right. It was called Sexton, right? That's what we was calling him. But what the frustration with Donovan Mitchell is, Donovan Mitchell is really good. Donovan Mitchell is not good enough to be on the same level as somebody we did not think was on his level in Jalen Brunson, right? When he first got him.
Oh, boy, were we wrong.
Yeah.
Boy, were we wrong.
Sorry to Jalen Brunson about that. But when Jalen Brunson turns it up, we can't match it, right? We at the high end, the Cavs at the high end, and then we could talk about roster issues. Do they have a wing? Do they not? The biggest issue is that we don't have an ace of spade in that deck. We don't have high spades in that deck. We got a lot of face cards that we got to pay like ace of spades to keep them because they're really, really good players. But we ain't got one ace of spade. And if we bring in LeBron, thinking that's going to be the ace of spade, we're going to set ourselves up for disappointment again, right? Like, well, I think I put out the tweet, maybe we get LeBron, we lose to the Knicks by 10 next year. Like the roadblock, I don't know if the Cavs will get better than they were this year. I don't know if the Cavs ever get further than they were this year. Because, like, the way that it aligned was perfect for them. So, I don't know what the future is. We could bring back Bron, but I'm just telling people right now, just have fun with Bron being back. Don't burden yourself with hopes of LeBron doing the Bron thing. Maybe for, like, a series. But, like, we're not going to walk through the East. Bron wasn't even walking through the East at the end of his run in Cleveland. He played 2 7-game series in that bitch. Okay, like
that roster, that roster he took to the finals was just
hey.
It's ridiculous. They got to the finals with that roster.
Hey,
all time back pay, all time back day. This is my thing about LeBron, though. This is my thing about LeBron. I do think that getting him back fixes a lot for the Cavs. And I do think having him play the 3 instead of Dean fucking Wade or Max Strus, I think that makes them a significantly better basketball team, provided that you can keep his minutes down. Provided you can do that.
What about on the defensive end?
Does Bron feel like guarding? That's what it's gonna come down to. Does he feel? This is the funny thing about watching LeBron on the Lakers. It's not that he can't play defense at a high level anymore. He can. It's just, does he feel like it? And the answer to that question is normally not until the playoffs start. And even then,
offensively.
And how much you use him offensively, not until the playoffs start, and you still gonna need Evan and Jared Allen to cover for a little bit. Not as much. You're not going to need him to cover for as much, but a little bit.
Yeah, I think it makes you better, but I don't think it keeps you up to pace with the East. Like, I think if you get Bron, you will be a better team, but I also think that, you know, there are multiple teams in the East right now that have a lot of avenues to get better right now, right? Like, Boston's probably going to be much better next year. The Knicks. Say what you want about the Knicks. They're good and they're not old. Like,
pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, they're going to be just good, like, if not better. You know what I mean? Because now the Knicks are actually good. Like, actually, like what people have been begging the Knicks to be for 20 years, 26 years. So there's that. Maybe they might be able to attract. Do they have money for a free agent?
Who?
The Knicks. There's no way, right?
They have no money. They have no money.
Salary cap
the roster is the roster. Which, if you're a Knicks fan, you need to win this. You need to win this title. Like this.
Hey man, I'm not about to tell the Knicks nothing because I've been wrong about the Knicks for 4 years. Okay?
I'm just saying. This is the year y'all need to win.
I'm gonna stop talking about the Knicks like I know anything about the Knicks. I have been proven wrong at every avenue about the fucking Knicks. They made that move for Jalen Brunson. I was like, why is a lot of money for somebody who's not that good? Sorry, wrong. They made that trade for Cat. Oh man, they got fleeced. Wrong. Okay. They hired Mike Brown. Oh, that's a hilarious guy to hire to get over the hump. Wrong. Okay. Nah, I'm gonna leave them motherfuckers alone. Let them.
I'm just saying. I got nothing
to say to the Knicks. Okay.
Get it done now before it get real tricky out west. That's all I'm saying. Get it done now.
That's the note for the whole NBA. Here's the most dangerous thing that can happen to the NBA is if the Spurs win it this year. Because now the age thing will never be nothing but a positive factor. They don't have champions.
Now, the youngest champions with all their best players under 25. Yeah, that's
get ready for a generation of conversations, Cole, that revolve around we should just do open seating because I'm tired of the NBA finals happening in the Western Conference finals because that's what the NBA will be. It will be the Spurs and Oklahoma City fighting each other to the death to determine who wins the finals. Okay.
That's what people think it is. That's what people think it is right now. That's what people think it is today.
One difference is like people think the Spurs might be able to get sniped, right? Like right now, if you're in New York, whether this is foolish or not, you're thinking to yourself, we want the Spurs, right?
I don't think it's foolish at all.
Well, I'm just saying there could be a way this turns out where that feels foolish. Okay. like if Wemby don't like how SGA be flopping, what you think he think about Cat?
It'll be very interesting to see how that series will be officiated.
Does Wemby seem like the type of guy who's gonna shrivel in the lights of Madison Square Garden, or does he seem like the type of guy where that kind of shit just fuels him?
We gonna see, man.
Hey man, all I'm saying is that it is possible that we are acting like we want the Spurs. This shit happened to the Cavs. We acted like we wanted the Knicks. It turns out we did not want the Knicks. Okay. We lasted more against the Boston Celtics the year they went to the championship than we did against the fucking Knicks. Okay. I don't ever want to play the Knicks again. I'm done. I'm done with the Knicks. Okay. I'm sorry. I've been wrong about the Knicks. I'm done with the fucking Knicks. Okay. We're not doing this anymore. But yeah, I'm just saying there's a distinct possibility that maybe we're overestimating this whole experience thing.
Listen, let's cross that bridge when we get to it. At least let's cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's see who actually wins the Western Conference Finals first, and then we'll go from there.
Also, I think another thing that played into a factor with this Cavs series is they're old and they were tired. I remember bringing this up a few months ago where I'm like, hey man, this team's not young.
Evan is young.
Evan is young. Jalen Tyson is young. But who else in that rotation? Was Sam Merrill? Is he young?
No.
Yeah, it's like this
30-ish.
Yeah, this team's not young, especially after they trade Darius Garland. They're not young anymore, right?
Jared Allen is what, 26?
Mm-hmm.
That's youngish.
Jared Allen is not 26. There's no way Jared Allen is 26.
He was the youngest player in the league when he got drafted, so he might still be on the younger side.
Jared Allen got. Why does he strike me as somebody who was like an old college player?
No, he was the youngest player in the league.
19. Okay, he's gonna be 28 next year.
Oh, he's gonna be 28. Oh, okay. So yeah, no, not young.
No,
not old. Jared's not old. Jared's not old, but he's not young.
They're not a young team, and they played two series that, like, if we're being honest, against teams that just decided we're going to try to overwhelm them with the talent gap. Because, like, what Toronto knew they had a talent gap, Detroit knew they had a talent gap. They tried to fill those gaps with pure energy. So, like, not only did they play in 2 7-game series, they played in the most fatiguing, tiring versions of those 7 games. All of them fucking 7 games went to the fucking mat, too. Like, that's the thing. It was 14 games and no blowouts. Except for what, game 6 in Detroit? In Cleveland?
No, game 7 in Detroit was a blowout.
Did we rest our starters? I don't think we did.
They should have. That game was over.
I don't know what the Cavs minutes per game were for their starters, but I imagine they played them a lot. Okay. Like,
we could probably look that up, actually. Let me see. Let's see.
Playoffs. I'm on Basketball Reference right now.
I'm about to go to Basketball Reference, yeah.
Let's see. Minutes played. The Cavs are 244, 18 games played. Holy shit.
Oh my God. It's the last 5 games. No.
Oh, wait, yeah. Minutes played. The Cavs played 4,395 minutes this playoffs in 18 games. The San Antonio Spurs, the next lowest team, 3,650. Let's find the New York Knicks. How many minutes have the fucking Knicks played in this playoffs? 3,385. So the Cavs played over 1,000 minutes than the New York Knicks.
I just want to point this out, right?
Yeah.
Last year in the playoffs, Evan Mobley, he averaged 32 minutes a game in the postseason, right?
Yeah.
This year, the 35.6 in 18 games.
You said he averaged 30 minutes in the postseason and he went to 35.
It was 32 last year and it was 35.6. So if you round up 36 this year. Yeah, we played 8 games last year. They played 18.
18 games this year, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
man.
There's a minute difference between the Knicks and the Cavs. Just to put that in perspective, the Trailblazers played in a 5-game series, played 5 playoff games this year. They played 12,000 minutes. Like, that is almost a 5-game difference between those two teams in minutes played. So not only they put themselves in a position to run out of gas against the New York Knicks is my point. And That's because they're not a team that can play that many minutes. How many? Let me see. Last year, the Cavs 43,000 minutes. Yeah, last year the New York Knicks actually played that many minutes in 18 games, just like the Cavs. And what happened to the Knicks last year? They got fucking tired. Okay, that's what happened to the Knicks last year. They played the Pacers and they got fucking tired. Now they did better than the Cavs did in managing that, but yeah, that's something I think that won't get discussed a ton. Is like how many minutes the Cavs were playing in this series, in these playoff games, because of just how many close games they had to be in, because they couldn't close teams out when they really needed to close them out. And this is why it's important not just to advance, but to take advantage of the momentum when you have it, right? To win a game 3 on the road, because that's what the Knicks did. The Knicks, they got in that 6-game series with Atlanta. They closed it out quickly. They beat them out through 3 blowout games in a row, swept whoever they played in the second round. I don't even remember. Was it the Sixers?
Yeah, it was the Sixers. That's what they swept.
Yeah, they swept the Sixers and they swept us. So they took advantage of their momentum, and now like they're going to be fresh going into the NBA Finals. They don't have to worry about fatigue, which ironically enough, we did Tom Thibodeau minutes, not because Kenny Atkinson. Like, think about that. We matched the same minutes in 18 games that Tom Thibodeau had with his starters last year with the Knicks. Like, think about that. That's crazy. Kenny Atkinson was running 11-man rotations, and we matched that.
Oh, man.
Because we just could not. There was the one game we got a blowout and then let Detroit come. We had to check the starters back in. How many times they blew a lead? It's just like the third time they blew a lead. The second time they blew a lead in this series was in game 1. And that's what this team will be remembered for, unfortunately, right? Is just kind of fucking it up. Now, in retrospect, maybe we thought the Knicks were more beatable than they actually were. Okay. My bad. Sorry about that, New York. I've been wrong about the Knicks for a while. I'm done predicting the Knicks. I've learned my lesson because I've been wrong about the Knicks every step of the way. You know what I mean? You know what? I think the Knicks are going to win the finals now, just because I actually don't think the Knicks are going to win the finals. So, like, whatever I don't think about the Knicks, it tends to happen. Okay, like. That's could have been more wrong about the Knicks. Hey, look, man, I would look all that slander they've been throwing at SGA. Nah, it's a foul. If it's the Oklahoma City versus the Knicks, they gotta call that. Okay, that's a foul. Pure hate. Bro, you're not about to beat me and then win a championship. Fuck out of here. No. Foul. Like, I'm about to become a Chet stan for at most 7 games if it happens. Don't let the Spurs get there. I already like Wemby. Like, I'd be heartbroken if they lost. Like,
heartbroken?
Yes.
You're not even heartbroken right now.
Yes. Be heartbroken. Because it's like, damn, bro, Jalen Brunson really done took out Wemby? Like, that's going to be the answer to a trivia question forever. Who beat Wemby in his first NBA Finals? Fucking Jalen Brunson. Like,
pray for Becky Hammond if they get it done. Pray for Becky Hammond.
Whew. Well, I mean, Becky got a ring last year. I think she all right.
Oh, no. She's not all right. They've been waiting for this moment for a long time.
Look, they can tweet whatever they want. Becky don't have to be on Twitter. Like, Becky got 4 rings with the Aces? 3?
Are the Browns doing things? Are the Browns? Okay, no, they're not. Okay, good. Woo.
Yeah,
I got scared for a second. I was like, I can't take any more bad news.
Yeah, but like the realistic possibility here. Like, I'm trying not to be overreactive or overreactionary or anything like that. The Cavs are probably going to get better next year. They'll probably have a better win-loss record. They'll probably, do some things differently. I don't think that they are going to have a better chance than they had this year to make the finals. And honestly, if they couldn't get the 6 games with the Knicks, we kind of know what the ceiling is. Right? Like if somebody better than the Knicks emerges, well, we know what that's going to look like. And we kind of saw this coming when they played teams like Oklahoma City in the regular season. It was like, oh, we're on a different, we're not as good as them, right?
It wasn't even close.
Yeah. I think Tony Peston put this out there, and I would agree with him. Once Darius Garland popped that ankle, that was it for this window. You know what I mean? Once that ankle popped for Darius, because like that was the version of the Cavs that actually could. Like when you saw them play against the elite teams, right? Boston, Oklahoma City in the regular season. They were trading blows with them. Then Darius popped that ankle, and shit ain't never happened again. Like that version of the Cavs, they stay healthy. Who knows what they could have accomplished? But once that ankle popped, we had to pivot, and every pivot made us a little bit worse, made us a little bit better, but definitely capped our ceiling. And this is just kind of where we are.
So what you're saying is it's time to trade Donovan Mitchell.
I mean, like, if it makes sense, I wouldn't just do it to do it. You know what I mean? If there's a trade out there that makes sense, I haven't heard of anything that would make me be like, yeah, I want to do that. Like, I really don't like when like your team loses and everyone's like, we got to trade everybody. It's like, you kind of got into this fucked up situation with that mindset of just like, hey, we got to get rid of people. So
I'm not saying they should trade everybody. I'm just talking about one player in particular.
Yeah, you find something that makes sense, but you shouldn't do it just to do it. Like, I've seen that trade proposal with the Rockets. It's like, I'm not doing that.
So what's the trade proposal with the Rockets?
Curtis, you've been talking about it a lot. You got it off the top of your head.
I would legit trade Don for Kai. That's just nostalgia talking, brother. That's just
the trade I think I've been seeing. I'm trying to think. The trade I've been seeing is okay. So there's 3 players that some Cavs fans want. The first one, obviously, they want. I think Amen Thompson, great defender, but just like his brother, can't shoot a damn basketball. Second, Reed Shepherd, small guard who I don't want to handle the ball in certain situations. And the third guy is Alperen Sengun. That's the 3 players that I've been seeing a lot of Cavs fans want.
But it wouldn't even work. They couldn't get Amen and Sengun.
Like, here's the thing about goddamn, is it Amen or sorry, it's Amen. I've watched that.
Is it Amen or Amen?
Amen. I watched that Lakers and Rockets series. Whenever they were in the half court setting, they looked for Amen, whatever his name is, and that man looked like he was scared to shoot. And every time he shot, it looked like grenades were going off. He cannot operate in the half court setting. Yeah, he can defend, but when it comes to shooting the ball, no. In Alperen Sengun, they were saying that this dude was the next Jokic based on how he looked at Eurobasket, and against the Lakers, he was looking out of sorts against dominating and Jackson Hayes.
So about Amen, right? So unlike his brother, he is capable of scoring the basketball, right? But he like you said, he cannot shoot. He can't shoot at all. Good free throw shooter. Really good free throw shooter, which usually correlates to being a good shooter. But like he can't shoot at all. But he can get a bucket, and he's a very, very, very good defender and also very willing passer, very good passer. But in the playoffs, yeah, man. I mean, he averaged 19. He averaged 19 a game, 7 boards, about 6 assists this year. What like not bad numbers at all, especially if you play him out in the wing. But if you want to have him on the roster, everybody else got to be able to shoot because he can't shoot at all.
Yeah, we know what the Cavs 3-point history has been in the playoffs.
Also, Curtis, I think that hypothetical trade, it's not Amen and Sengun, it's Amen and Jabari Smith.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant to say. And Jabari Smith.
Yeah, Jabari Smith. That's who you would get back.
Yeah, I'm not trading Donovan Mitchell for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think the Cavs should just consider it lightly. You're better with James Harden and Donovan Mitchell than you are with that trade. And it's like, whose background is that? Is that you, Curtis?
Yeah, my air conditioner is on.
Is your iPad right in front of the air conditioning?
Yeah, like it's underneath it.
I'm gonna need you to mute your mic.
Amen.
You hear that shit?
Hey, why are you saying like that?
It was so loud in my. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. But
hey, this is the thing too. Like Jabari Smith he's not bad, and neither is Amen. Like they're both, I think, somewhere between solid and really good young players. And maybe that makes the roster fit a little bit better than it does, but it's just like
the problem ain't fit. Like the
fit is
talk about
the problem.
The fit is part of the problem, but like, you know why the fit isn't the main issue? When Jalen Brunson goes off, who can we get to match it? Whether the fit's great or not. It's like, was a better fit going to stop Jalen Brunson? Was a better fit going to go 18-1 in the fucking fourth quarter? Like, that's not a better fit ain't going to fucking do that. Like, these are small problems you can fix when you actually have the big piece. The problem is we don't got the big piece of chicken. That's it. We do not have it. Okay.
I will say this. If Amen was guarding Jalen Brunson during that run in game one, I don't think the Knicks win that game. I don't think he's going to score on 8 straight possessions if Amen's guarding him. I'm just saying.
Do we get up 25 with Amen on the floor? Probably not.
No, yeah, I guess you can argue it both ways.
Yeah,
I guess you can argue both ways.
Yeah, so it's like, that's not the problem. The problem is we don't have somebody who can get to that level, right? When Cade Cunningham goes off, we get nervous because we like, ooh, I hope we get a good Donovan Mitchell game because Donovan Mitchell can't turn it on when he needs to. Evan Mobley's not capable of just taking over a game for a quarter. Who's the takeover player for the Cavs? Donovan couldn't do it except for 2 quarters last playoffs. So who's the guy? The Knicks got their guy. They need a quarter. They need somebody to go take over mode. Who the fuck is it? Jalen Brunson? Like, consistently, Jalen Brunson. Who the Cavs got? Oh, let's see if James got it. Let's see if Donovan got it. All right, fuck it. We'll let Evan shoot some shit. Like, that's what we do in the fourth quarter because we don't have one. That's the problem. We could get a better fit. We can fix all this shit. It'll change how much we lose by. Maybe how many games it takes to lose. But the fit ain't going to go from sweep to winning. Like, the problem is they got the big piece of chicken. We don't got the big piece of chicken. When we play the Boston Celtics, what's the problem? They got Jason Tatum. Like, we don't got nothing that can go band for band with Jason Tatum. What happened last year against the Pacers? They had Tyrese Halliburton. We had Donovan Mitchell. Like, this is always what gets us. They got the big piece of chicken. We don't got the big piece of chicken. We don't win.
See, this is my biggest issue with the Cavs, right? Just listening to what you said. And this is why I wouldn't give Donovan Mitchell $70 billion. I would not do it. I would not do it. You listed the players they're gonna still have to go through. Gonna have to go through Jalen Brunson. He's not better than Jalen Brunson.
This is what I'm saying. They
gonna have to go through Jason Tatum. He ain't better than Jason Tatum.
If they trade Donovan Mitchell, it's the same fucking problem. Like, this is unavoidable. There's no easy fix around. The only way they can fix this is why Evan Mobley's in the position where he is, where people are constantly shitting on him, is unfortunately, he's our best hope to fix this problem. And I don't think he's the guy who's going to fix the problem, which is we need somebody that can get us on that level, and we just ain't got that guy. Right. This is why Chuck wanted to trade for Giannis, because he's like, maybe Giannis could do that. I don't know if Giannis is still that dude at this point of his career, but this is why people want to do it, because they understand we need somebody who could take the big piece of chicken from fucking Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Brunson.
This is my thing, man. If you asking Donovan Mitchell to be better than Tyrese,
to be fair, Cole, Tyrese took the big piece of chicken from Giannis. Okay. And he took it from Jalen Brunson. And he almost took it from SGA.
But this is my problem, though.
To be fair, like, we're not comparing the career of Tyrese. The version of Tyrese Halliburton that was in the playoffs last year was like Kobe. Okay, like, that was not regular Tyrese Halliburton. That was some crazy, we've never seen somebody elevate to this point in the playoffs, and we probably will never see him reach that level again. But that's the thing. How many times have the Cavs had the best player in the series that they've played in the Donovan Mitchell era? I can count the Heat and Toronto and
Orlando
pushing it.
Orlando, I'd say Orlando. I'd say the Heat. I'd say Toronto. But it looked kind of. It looked kind of close. It looked kind of close.
Yeah, Scotty was the best player in that series.
But Q, you're proving my point, though. You're proving my point here. If you can go down a list of guys who are actually in the weaker conference of the NBA, because that's what the Eastern Conference is. It's still the weaker conference of the two. And you're listing all of these guys who are better than Donovan Mitchell, or you take more seriously than Donovan Mitchell in a playoff series. Why am I giving him $70 million? I'm better off trading you for stuff, and then trying to figure it out than locking myself into this, knowing that we're never going to be better than these teams, because you are not better than these other guys. Like, you're just not. So what am I paying you for? What is the point?
I don't know if you could just trade him for nothing, though. Like,
I'm not saying trade him for nothing.
I get your hesitancy to give him $70 million, but it's like,
if there's something out there that makes sense, I'm shipping you off, because like what are we doing?
Yeah, I think that's the thing, is like, it has to make sense, because like, you got to solve that problem, and I don't think there's really an easy fix to it, to be honest with you. There's no easy solve here for this problem. You could trade Donovan Mitchell. You could sign Donovan Mitchell to $70 million. Donovan Mitchell can have a better playoff next year than he did last year. You still have the same problem, and that's the biggest problem that you have, is like, hey, look, we could talk about fit. We get a wing here. LeBron fixes that. Yeah, LeBron does fix that. But are we just going to be heartbroken when we see Karl Anthony Towns take the big piece of chicken from Bron? like, is that what we gonna have to do? Like, Bron's probably your best bet in fixing that problem, if I'm being honest, right? If you have Bron, you want to just go all in for 1 year. You got Donovan Mitchell here. You got James Harden. Whatever the fuck, figure it out. They're all smart basketball players. They can figure it out. Maybe you fix that problem and it looks a lot better than it did this year. I just worry against the elite teams, and maybe New York's one of them, maybe they're not, but like, especially OKC, whatever the Spurs end up becoming, I just worry that that's going to be what stops you, right? Like, I think that's the big issue. This team needs a legitimate elite level superstar, and all they got is superstars, right? They don't have one elite guy left right there, and you need one of those guys to win it. Right? The Cavs are the team that's trying to win the champ. The Cavs are like the Detroit Lions. Go ahead.
A little breaking news. Just want to throw it out there. Some rumors. Just some rumors. Via Brett Siegel, NBA, national NBA insider and reporter for Clutch Points. Jared Allen might be sent to the Lakers if LeBron joins the Cavaliers. A sign-in trade for LeBron would undoubtedly involve Jared Allen, $28 million, whom the Lakers have targeted previously in trade rumors. Just want to throw that out there. Keep going.
The two people who could change his life. Well, I mean, Luka be there. Luka will be there.
Praying for this day.
If you lose Jared Allen, I don't even think. I don't know if you were a better team.
Go ahead, Cavs. Go ahead, do that, Cavs. Go ahead.
I don't think we could do that.
Help me out, please.
I don't think we could do that. Yeah, but that's the problem the Cavs have. Ultimately, their high end is just not good enough. And there's really no easy way to fix that. Right? At least when we were younger at that high end, like it was Darius and Don and Evan, you could at least convince yourself maybe they get better. You know? But that's the problem. The high end for this team is good enough to get you exactly where it got you. Maybe the results will be better next year. Maybe you get to the Eastern Conference Finals, you get eliminated in 6 games. Maybe things break your way and you get to the finals. It's going to be very hard to win it, though. Like, that's how I look at the Cavs. They are a team in the NFL that is trying to win with they're the 49ers. They're trying to win with Brock Purdy. What's the problem with Brock Purdy? He cool. But you put Brock Purdy next to the real deal, you start noticing things are different. Like, remember that one year Brock Purdy had to play the AFC North at its defensive peak? Like, it was fucking brutal. That was a crazy year because I remember Trevor Lawrence was like, I can't wait till we're done playing the AFC North. Like, publicly said it. But yeah, that was what, 2023? I think that's the problem the Cavs have. There's no way around that problem. And look, Cade's going to get better.
Yeah.
Like, and he was already better than your ace.
Yeah, I mean, like we keep adding to the list of guys who you would rather have than Donovan Mitchell.
Well, and here's also the thing: that Donovan Mitchell's going to get worse. Yeah. Like, not the kind of game that ages well, and not the kind of jumper that ages well. I remember Jalen Rose talking about this. Guys who need a lot of lift on their jump shots, those jumpers age terribly. And Donovan needs a lot of lift on his jump. So, you know, they got to figure it out. I don't think necessarily the long-term goal, the long-term fix to this is getting older. But in the short term, I can understand why you thinking getting Bron is the only way to fix that problem is the way to fix that problem. But it's 42-year-old Bron, y'all. Like, this ain't 2014 no more, dog. You know. Remember that we thought we was getting LeBron at the end of his career when he came back to Cleveland. He was 28. He was like 28, 29. It was like, oh, we're getting the twilight of LeBron. No, that was 12 years later. And he's still a scorer.
This is the twilight of LeBron that you're about to get.
Yeah, he could. Look, LeBron's career has gone with his hair, right? There is the resurgence of that hairline where he had like an actual like normal hairline for a while. He brought it back from the death, like he brought his legacy back when he came back to Cleveland. And then now you look at LeBron, ain't no hair. Okay, age done finally got him, right? It done took his hair. All right, let's talk about the Atlanta Dream, man. Just want to shout him out. 4-1. I was talking to some people about this. I was like, the only team that could truly hurt me now is the Atlanta Dream. Like, the Browns.
I wish that were true.
The Browns cannot hurt me this year. I don't have high expectations. And ultimately, whatever bad can happen, be honest with you, it's like, okay, it's not a big deal. Like, if Shador goes out there and plays bad, is that going to break my heart? I know it ain't gonna break your heart. if Deshaun Watson goes out there and he's not good at quarterback, is that gonna alter our day? Like, no. You know what I mean? As long as the defense is solid, run game shows some improvement. Motherfuckers win like 6-7 games. We good. Like, very low expectations for the Browns. You know what I mean? We all know what this year is about. It's about watching a lot of college football. Okay. Like, it's what it's about. And then hopefully we have a fun product on Sunday. We see Spencer Fano. Hopefully I get to explain to people who don't know what offensive line play is why Spencer Fano's good. You know what I mean? By the way, did you see that stat I pulled up on Mason Graham?
No, what was the stat?
Well, from the bye week to before he broke his ribs, the numbers he was doing.
No, I need to see that.
Like top 5 level. At 22 years old. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, if I get to talk about Spencer Fano like that, we good. You know, the rookie class looks good. We good. The Dream are the only ones that can hurt me. Because I think the Dream could win a championship this year. Maybe push the Aces. Because the Aces don't look that great. The Dream's defense has been incredible. Angel Reese has not figured it out offensively for this team yet.
Give it time.
But here's the thing, Cole. She don't really got to. Like, they got so much firepower offensively that it's like, honestly, Angel, all we really need you to do is play really good defensive rebound. You get 10 points a game, 14 rebounds. We good with that. And she does that. Great defensive player. Very underrated defensive player. She's made like 3 game-winning plays on the defensive end. So, and that's all the stuff that killed us versus the Fever. By the way, Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark about to come back with a vengeance this summer.
Hey, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. I don't think it's gonna be much. I don't think it's gonna be much of a rivalry.
Why?
I don't think it's gonna be much of a rivalry anymore.
Well, you talking about player for player?
No, I'm talking about player for player. I'm just talking about the team that Angel is on now.
Well, no,
I think it's
so. The number 1 and 2 teams in the W right now are the Fever and the Dream.
Oh, the Fever still cooking?
Yeah.
On the timeline, I've been seeing people complain about Caitlin. I'm just like, oh, they must not be doing well.
I mean, they do. That's the shit they do, right? Caitlin's shooting hasn't been great, but she's been good at everything else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm over here like, hey, is she playing
shooting
bad?
like 32% from 3?
Oh, okay,
yeah. But her shooting hasn't been great, but she's been good at a lot of other things, especially like defensively. And yeah, right now the number 1 and number 2 teams in the league are the Fever and the Dream, and that's why I'm saying, Cove, the rivalry is going to come back crazy. Okay,
24-9. Like, why people are acting like something crazy is going on?
This shit happens with both of them. Okay, you'll hear people talk about Angel Reese, you'll hear people talk about Caitlin Clark, and then you'll actually look up what they're doing, and you're like, people just be talking, bro, about these 2 players. Like, they just be talking. Now, have you seen the Lynx play yet?
I haven't seen the Lynx play yet. No.
They got Olivia Miles in the draft, and yeah, she's good.
Steal.
She's good. But yeah, the Dream and the Fever already have a rivalry from last year because the Fever eliminated them, and you got a whole Atlanta versus Indiana thing, and you have them being the 2 best. Like, that's really what set it off in college basketball, was that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark were 2 of the best teams in women's basketball at that point. That is happening again, but now it's in the W. Yeah, that shit's about to go crazy. Okay, like, they're gonna play each other in the playoffs, Cole. And if you thought it was nuts in the tournament, wait till you see a 5-game series between these 2 teams.
Oh, I'm mad.
And everything a 5-game series comes with. Because you know who else It's one of the if you hear Caitlin Clark stands tell you the ops, Ryan Howard. And that's who won't be guarding Caitlin Clark. So yeah, that rivalry is gonna be back. I do think though, the Lynx, once they get feedback, they might wash everybody. It might be their time. They're really good, and they don't have fee. So we'll see. We got any Brown shit to talk about?
Should we talk about what Brian Windhorst said like 20 minutes ago?
About the Browns?
No, about the Cavs.
What are you saying? The Cavs are going to get LeBron?
No, it's quote unquote. I don't think it will be long before you start to hear the Cavs attached to Giannis.
I mean, they got to do something. Like their problem right now is that they're not good enough at the high end. They got to address the high end. Like, and if they think Giannis is going to address that high end, sure. The problem I think the Cavs are going to run into, though, is even if you get Giannis, now you got to Frankenstein this fucking roster together again.
Yeah, this is the issue I have. If you get Giannis, I feel like you can't. I feel like you have to trade Jared Allen if you get Giannis. Because of the fit on the court, it's not going to work. Like,
you get Giannis, you got to trade Evan Mobley to get Giannis. You got to trade Jared Allen to get LeBron, and then you got James Harden, Giannis, and LeBron James, and you're going to Frankenstein that roster together. And I don't know how good that's going to go.
Yeah, it's like you don't have any young players who are good to like insulate around them. All these guys are old.
The situation the Cavs are in is exactly how you end up. Well, if you remember that one Spurs team, that one Lakers team.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, we got Dwight Howard, Steve Nash, Kobe
The
Bryant.
Steve Nash trade was what sunk them.
Yeah.
That's what sunk that group.
Yeah.
That was a mistake.
But, this is how you get the Brooklyn Nets, right? Like, this is how you end up in those situations, is when you're a team like Cleveland, where you desperately need to increase your high end, but you have no proper avenue to do it. So what you're likely to do is just whatever you think you can do, right? They're already halfway here, right? The James Harden trade was low-key one of those moves. It kind of worked out, though.
It did work out.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah, it wasn't a complete waste of time.
It's also going to get them out of the second apron. Like, if you look at it from the financial perspective, it starts to make more sense, because what Darius was going to ask for in an extension was going to keep them deep into the second apron if you extend them. James is going to make like 25 a year or something like that, and they're going to be out the second apron. So it makes sense from that perspective.
Yeah, it's fine there. It's just James Harden's 37.
Yeah, you did. There's limitations. There's limitations. Don't get me wrong, but he's still a good point guard. If that makes sense.
I agree. I'm just like, the problem is he's 37, right? Like, and you ultimately have limitations there. Like, his availability was key for the Cavs to get to these. Like, I was talking about this on Twitter. People tend to talk about James Harden as if only one thing can be true about James Harden. But the reality is that everything is true about James Harden, right? Like, everything they say about everything Chuck tweets to me about James Harden is true. Everything Damo tweets to me about James Harden, also true. Like, everything they say about that man is true. Is James Harden the reason we made the Eastern Conference Finals? Oh, I think so. I think he is a huge part of that. Donovan Mitchell was not good in this playoff. There was not a lot of bench support, and there were 3 or 4 games I can count where I'm like, James Harden saved us. Straight up. Like,
especially that Detroit series.
Yeah,
that Detroit series for sure.
Undeniable. I think people trying to deny this are crazy. Like, James Harden was instrumental. If James Harden got hurt halfway through game 1, Kobe, do you think we sit in a different spot today in that series? I think so. You know what I mean? That's the James Harden experience, right? James Harden could be the reason you get to the Eastern Conference Finals, but you could get to the Eastern Conference Finals and be like, man, we'd be better off if James got hurt. And that's just what it is.
Oh, Q. Yeah, we have to talk about something.
What?
Brendan Sorsby I'll read it. The NCAA has denied Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby request for reinstatement for eligibility for the 2020-26 season. Sorsby has completed his 35-day inpatient rehab for his gambling addiction in Arizona.
So he's going to be in the supplemental draft.
Oh, things are about to get fun, fellas. we got football things to talk about now. It's going to be great.
Keep in mind, though. Keep in mind, he could still get suspended by the NFL, and they could be lording that over there. I really do wonder what the price ends up being for him in the supplemental draft.
If the NFL puts it out there, obviously they're gonna let the teams know what the deal is. Like they're gonna be like, "Hey, y'all can do
NFL
this."
has to suspend him.
They're like, "Hey, y'all can do this," but he's getting suspended for at least half the season.
No, he has to get suspended. Like, did anything what are the NFL's rules on gambling, and did he break any of those with what he did in college? I would have to look.
Somebody's going to bring it. I know somebody's going to tweet out the details, but I think he bet on his team, but that was when he was a freshman, I think.
All right, so this is from NFL operations. The NFL gambling policy strictly prohibits all players, coaches, league, club staff from betting on any NFL-related event, including games, the draft, and combine, entering a sports book during the playing season, and gambling at any team facility or stadium during team travel. Never bet on the NFL. No proxies to bet on the NFL. No betting on team property. Did he bet in the campus of Indiana? No inside information.
I'm sure he probably did in his dorm or whatever.
No daily fantasy sports. Betting on other sports. Personnel is allowed to legally bet on other sports like the NBA, MLB, and NHL on their own time, provided they are off club and league property and not traveling with team. Traditional gambling casinos, they're allowed to go to gambling casinos. Traditional fantasy football, they can't be in any league that the prize limit is over $250. So did he break any of those rules?
I mean, technically, I don't think he broke any of those rules. But you know that these kinds of things are at the discretion of the league and what they decide and what they believe they need to do. So that probably means that even if he didn't break any of those rules, he'll probably still get like a small suspension, like 4 games or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know how the NFL is going to handle this. Like, honestly,
Roger's going to give him something.
This is the first time they've ever dealt with something like this, right?
Yeah, and I think it's going to be important that he gets some kind of punishment, so the league can be like, "Hey, like you technically didn't break the rules that we have in place technically, but we can't just let you skate on this because we need you to understand it. If you do this in this league, you'll be bad."
I think the key here, though, if you're the NFL, it has to be a suspension that's not long enough to really make an appeal make sense. Because if you suspend him for a year, he's going to appeal that.
Yeah.
And that's going to get to like actual court. And the NFL doesn't have a case if that gets to actual court.
Yeah, he would win the appeal for sure.
Yeah. So you got to do something that's like, it doesn't make sense to I think they're kind of caught in a bind here. They might next year change the rules a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But like they're kind of caught in a bind here because you can't even retro. Like, I don't know if he plays some of these bets on Indiana's campus, maybe you can make the argument that that's essentially the same thing as betting on your team's premises. But the NFL rule does not say that you can't gamble on other sports or other leagues. And I don't believe he gambled on NFL games. Did he?
No. And just so I'm clear, he checked himself in to rehab, right? Like he didn't get caught and then after the fact went to like he checked himself in and admitted to what he was doing.
Usually, from my experience,
usually they get caught and then do it.
They get informed that the story is going to drop.
Okay.
A few days before the story drops, and they make a decision then. You know what I mean? Because like the fact that the story drops with him going and then the story drops. You feel me?
I got what you're saying.
He definitely got caught and then to
I was about to say because from like the timeline of events, it was like he checked himself in and then admitted it, right? It's like, oh, somebody was like, hey, hey, this coming out.
Well, somebody reached out for comment, right? Like, because that's you got to reach out for comment. And they're reaching out for that. We should do something quick. Because if he were the one that checked himself into rehab, I promise you this would have came with a Players Tribune article, right? Like, and it would have been more of a focus on the state of advertising gambling around team sports. So no, he did not. But yeah. I don't know if he like. I know it's the NFL and it's kangaroo court, but like that court can be made liable into real court if you push it long enough. And like none of this has any support.
I do think it would be good for Sorsby though.
Yeah.
If they come to an agreement on a suspension that's not like overly harsh.
It's like 4 games.
Yeah, what I'm saying 4 games. It's like, hey, bro, just like we're gonna give you 4 games, accept the 4 games, and then we just.
But if you give him like 9 or 10 or 11, he why not? He ain't gonna be doing shit anyways.
Man, he ain't do what Deshaun Watson was accused of. I think there's a level of like, hey, we gonna do this. Well, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta be okay with that.
Calvin Ridley got a year.
Yeah, he got a whole year.
Yeah.
Year long ban.
Like, they can't really I think if you're the NFL, you might like, I don't know. I feel like they have to suspend him because of the nature of this, obviously. But also, if you're the NFL, it's like, if you suspend him, it becomes more of a story. You have to justify the suspension. And then that suspension itself becomes precedent. So now, if you get Calvin Ridley, you're like, wait a minute, Brendan Sorsby only got 4 games. And then now you have to justify that within the rule book. Whereas, like, if you might just be like, let's just throw him on the exempt list. like, I don't know if they want to do anything official. Because, like, they got no ground. Unless, look, somebody who's actually a lawyer is going to look through this and figure out whether there's ground or not. From what I can tell from looking at the NFL's operations website, I don't think they have any grounds.
So I looked this up. The NFL changed its gambling policy, 2 years ago? Because apparently,
right?
Yeah, because
I'm
looking at this article now.
2024.
Yeah, so if you had a prior violation, instead of getting a 6-game suspension, they'll get a 4-game suspension. I'm trying to think the last player who got suspended for gambling. I can look it up.
Was it Calvin Ridley?
No, I think it was a player from the Broncos.
It's not even that strict of a policy. If we're being honest here.
Yeah, they let you get away with a lot. To be completely honest, you just can't bet on. You can't bet on the NFL. It's
not that strict. You can bet on everything else.
Everything else, we don't care.
As long as you don't do it in the clubhouse, and you don't do it on the NFL.
That's pretty lenient. Not gonna lie, it's pretty lenient.
All things considered.
Like, I don't think you want them to get a little bit more stringent with this thing. Like, hey, y'all can't bet on shit because Brandon want to fuck things up for everybody.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It's like, so now nobody can bet on shit. You're gonna have to find other ways to blow your money. Oh man.
Well, yeah, Brendan Sorsby, supplemental draft. It's something the Browns should definitely consider. I mean, look at their quarterback situation. I made this point on Twitter a few hours ago. I was like, doesn't the Deshaun Watson, like, oh, he looks good hype remind you of like how they were pumping up Kenny Pickett last year? Remember all the good shit we was hearing about Kenny? Kenny's spitting it. Oh, he's such a good athlete. Like, ain't it the same shit, bro? Is it not? I was looking at because I was looking at what I was uploading last year, right, to confirm this. And I had a video. It was like, reports say Kenny Pickett is ahead of Joe Flacco. I'm like, yeah, of course he's ahead. That's who they want to actually win the job.
Hey man, Domo said it was J-Mo?
No, it was a defensive end from the Broncos because in 2023 they suspended a lot of players because I remember when I was at work there was multiple players getting suspended for betting, so I'm looking it up right now. They suspended 10 players. It was Isaiah Rodgers. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 players who got indefinite suspensions. Isaiah Rodgers, who's with the Colts, Rashad Berry, who was also with the Colts, Demetrius Taylor and Quintez Cephas, they're with the Lions, CJ Moore who was also with the Lions, Shaka Toney, who was with the Commanders, and Ioma Uwazurike, who was with the Denver Broncos. Jameson and Stanley got 6-game suspensions. So
yeah, they can't give him I don't know what they could do. Maybe, you know what? He did bet on his own team. And maybe they could say that violates the don't share inside information policy. Or they can equivalate like betting on your own team in college to betting on your own team in the NFL. But that's not how that rule is stated.
Don't mind me. I'm just looking at Brendan Sorsby's numbers in college.
Oh, they're pretty good. Especially if you look at the first 8 weeks last year. He was cooking.
I'm definitely about to look at the first 8 weeks now.
No, first 8 weeks, I'm saying. It's like 30 touchdowns, 1 interception. Something like
that. Was he cooking like that?
He was cooking. He was.
Oh, yeah. Look at the Football Reference. Game logs. Here we go. 2025. What was he doing? Sweet Jesus. What happened against Nebraska?
Hey, bro, the whole team fell apart for the last 4 weeks of the season.
I'm talking about that. That was the first game. Like, what happened?
Yeah,
he had 2 rushing touchdowns. He was cooking on the ground.
20 touchdowns, interception, 1,800 yards, and then he also had paired with that 7 rushing touchdowns, 425 yards. Keep in mind, sacks are counted against yard totals in college football.
Hey man, from Bowling Green to Baylor, he was smoking them, dog.
20 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Oh man, so that's 10 touchdowns, 12, 14, 18. Yeah. 20 touchdowns, no picks. Oh man, he was smoking them. 25 touchdowns total if you add the rushing ones.
Yeah, he was cooking.
Oh, yeah, he was fucking hooping. And then Utah, good God.
And then the last 4 weeks was rough.
Arizona.
The big thing with Sorsby too is that like he was decent when he was in the Big Ten. You know,
BYU, like the BYU and the Texan Christian games weren't terrible. At least stats wise, they weren't terrible, but they got smacked. Cincinnati got cooked. Oh man, what was he doing in 2024?
I think he's I mean this, no pun intended, but he's a bit of a gambler. like you know,
that was 100% was intended. 1,000%.
He's a bit of a gunslinger.
Oh, that was 100%, 1000%.
Is 100% British Lord. He's hot and he's cold. He gets, I think the kind of trouble he got in kind of like, shed some light on his psyche. When he's hot, he's hot. When he's not, he's not. Okay.
Oh man, that is. But even in 2024, he was cooked a little bit. Not gonna lie.
He's a talented quarterback. He would have been one of the more talented guys in this draft class if he declared.
Yeah, I can see the Browns doing this.
Get ready to hear everybody who did not like Fernando Mendoza to like fall in love with Brendan Sorsby. Because, like, remember when Fernando, they were like, oh, I don't see the amazing tool set. It's like, no, that guy has an amazing tool set. You know what I mean? I think he didn't apply it as well as Mendoza, but he has the 5-star tool set that you look for, right? In a player. It's definitely there for him.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Yeah, he's gonna declare for the supplemental draft. Well, he has to now. And let me tell you, I think the Browns are gonna be all over that.
We'll see. I'm betting on 4th round bid for Andrew Berry. I think that's that. If that man is consistent, that feels like where they bid. I know some people want 2nd round bid. Probably not.
I think he ends up doing 3rd. I think he ends up doing 3rd.
3rd is like, hey, if Todd really loves him, then maybe a 3rd bid, right? But if they do a 3rd round bid, that's your starting quarterback this year. You know what I mean? Which is going to be hilarious to see like how that changes the environment around the Browns quarterback competition. If they just drop Brendan Sorsby in there. And I can't wait for the round of, oh my God, the Browns got another quarterback tweets. Like we have one worth keeping.
Okay, so I just want to throw this out there just so we're aware of what the situation is with the Browns draft picks, right? So as we know, in the supplemental draft, if whatever pick that you throw out there, it's a part of your 2027 draft class, right?
Yeah.
So what picks do the Browns actually have in 2027?
Well, and you can only bid your picks.
Your own picks, yes.
You can't bid picks you traded for.
Yeah, you can't bid picks that you traded for, but it is important to note the picks that they do have from other teams.
23 big-time throws, only 7 turnover-worthy plays.
So the Browns have 10 picks in 2020. Well, let me double check. Yes, the Browns have 10 picks in 2027, right? Here are the picks that they own. They own all of their own picks except for in the 6th round. They do not have a 6th round pick, but they own their own picks in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 7th round. They have an extra 4th round pick from the New York Jets, and they have an extra 4th round pick from the Seattle Seahawks. Thank you, Curtis. They also have an extra 5th round pick from Houston, and they have an extra 7th round pick from Houston. So if they give up their own third round pick, they won't have another 3rd round pick, but they have 3 4th round picks. So if they want to get back in the 3rd round, it's not going to be an issue.
No, it's not going to be an issue.
Yeah. So I can see them doing the 3rd.
Yeah. I think the 3rd, again, that's going to come down to like 4th round. It makes all the sense in the world for the Browns to be the 4th rounder because they have multiple, so they're losing nothing. And I think you can make the argument that is surplus value off pick alone for Brendan Sorsby. No doubt about it. Right. Which if you look at Andrew Berry, right, the number one determiner of what Andrew Berry will do is that motherfucker loves a good deal. Right. But Andrew Berry cannot walk through Costco and leave with nothing. He gonna get something. He loves good deals. He got Shador here because that was a good deal. Taylor Green, still there in the 6th. Good deal. I'll throw it in the cart. Right. So Brendan Sorsby there with the 4th. It's a good deal. I'll do that. Right. 3rd round, you got to have actual commitment from the coaching staff. So if there's actual commitment from the coaching staff, no, give me this Sorsby guy. I can win games with them. I can turn them into something. All right, let's go get Sorsby. Bets like that for a 3rd round pick, not that critical. Not that crazy. Right? But if Monka believes in him, then you go ahead and do it. I don't think I would give up a 2nd round pick for that. I think I'd draw the line at a 2nd round pick just because that's a bit rich for my blood.
So this is my issue with, well, not my issue, but this is how I view them giving up a 2nd. Right? If you're willing to give up your 2nd round pick in 2027 for Brendan Sorsby, that means internally you believe that he's a 1st round pick. And you basically
it's deeper than that.
Yeah, you believe he's a 1st round pick and a franchise quarterback. That's
your swing. If you give up that 2nd round pick, that's it. You have swung on quarterback. You know what I mean? And that's what you're going to commit to for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
And you're doing that all without a pre-draft process. You're doing that all without being able to meet with him. You're doing that all while he's under the veil of controversy.
And listen, if they do that, so be it. My issue with that is you better be right.
That's my thing. It's I don't think that's the environment in which you want to take your big swing at quarterback, right? You want to use a 3rd or a 4th round pick on me? That's going to be great. I'll endorse a 3rd or 4th round pick, especially a 4th round pick. 4th round pick, laser eyes, cooked, right? You know what I mean? What did it cost you at the end of the day, right? Nothing. Now I'm more excited about this quarterback room than I woke up. 2nd round pick is okay, now I'm nervous because now it has to work. You know what I mean? You look at some. That's where Andrew does his best work is that 2nd round.
we passing up on a good player. You know what I'm saying?
That's at least a Pro Bowler.
We passing up on somebody good for this. He better work.
That's costing you something. So, it'd be interesting to see how much his value is. I tend to think what people are saying, I heard people yell 1st and 2nd round. I think his value will be much lower than that in the supplemental draft. 3rd round seems like what you would throw out there if you're a team like Cleveland, who would be at the beginning of that pecking order. Maybe a team like Arizona panics and gives like a 2nd round pick for him. I could see it. I don't know if I would if I'm Arizona, I would bet the franchise on the dude who got caught gambling in Arizona. Would you 3 hours away from Vegas? I don't know you could do that one.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, you can't do that one. But we'll see. But yeah, it's certainly interesting. We got super chats. Curtis?
Yep, we got a lot.
All right.
He said we got a lot. Okay.
All right. This is from George Barson, 5890. He says, thanks for the memories, 45. Time to build around Mobley. Somebody give me Trey Murphy in white and gold. Ooh, I wish I could tell him. They'll figure it out.
Trey Murphy and Evan Mobley. That's our fix.
Hey, Trey Murphy's really, really, really good, dog.
Man, the Cavs' problem ain't that they ain't got really good players, Cole.
Yeah,
Their problem is they have way too many of them. Way too many really good. We need, I don't know, man. Trying to force Evan into being that guy, I don't think that's going to work out. Evan is what Evan is, which is a really good piece, but you need somebody who can take you to the next level, and it's probably not Evan.
This is all I'm saying, right? This is all I'm saying. I think Trey is one of the most underrated players in the league. And I think if you got him out of New Orleans, he could take his play up to another level. But we won't know until he actually gets out of there.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll give us something new to believe in.
All right, next one's 2 from Ray Rags. Well, I just got the ESPN notification per Wendy. The Cavs are planning to do a long-term deal with Harden. I mean, I would have told you that back in February, so I don't know why you
Yeah,
surprised.
they didn't trade for him just to rent him.
They said, "Hey man, we trading for you, but we gonna sign to
Does
2-year
Harden
deal afterward."
the end of that deal in Cleveland? That's been the question for James Harden for a very long time.
All right,
It's like the first time he stayed somewhere.
All right, this is from Ray Rags. That was one of the most heated spaces I've ever been in. It was only one person mad wanting Davion Mitchell over Trey Murphy is crazy.
What?
That was Amiri, bro. Amiri was going off. That was hilarious.
He wanted Davion Mitchell over Trey Murphy?
Yes, bro. Yes.
All right,
he was
what's
going.
What's his guy's username so I could block him?
He was about to block him.
Yeah.
Oh man, he was going off. It was hilarious.
Man. All right, next two are from Rex Fortune. I may be bad in New York City, but I was at AEW's pay-per-view and it was a banger. It looked like Cage and Cope, Young Bucks, FCR, and the New Day match in Wembley will happen.
Hey, let me tell you, I was glad the Cavs got packed up on Monday because I'm like, I got shit to do on Wednesday, brother. I did not want to watch a hopeless Game 5 in fucking New York over wrestling. Did not want to do that. So luckily they got out of there. But yeah, they Double or Nothing was generation. If you've not seen it,
should I give AEW a chance? Should I turn in? Because apparently they've been hooping lately.
Hey,
should I give AEW?
You should at least watch Double or Nothing and make your decision off of that.
I'll see. It's just I haven't had enough time to watch it. I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, give it a shot. It's been good. I mean, it's definitely different than what WWE's doing. I don't know what they're doing. What they doing over there? You been watching?
Well, they running back Brock Lesnar. It wasn't technically retired, so he's gonna fight Obafemi again. Logan Paul tore his biceps. That they need to scrap division. It's like every time they try to do something with that group, someone gets hurt. So let it go. It's over.
Yeah, but hey, I can't speak for WWE. I don't watch it. But Double or Nothing, one of the best. I think that's the best pay-per-view I've seen them have. And they've had some great pay-per-views, but that shit was cover to back. Bangers. It was bangers. And then just if you're used to WWE PLEs and then you watch like an AW one, there's no filler. It's like match, 2-minute package to tell you what this next match on. Match. Cover to back. It was excellent. So yeah, check it out. You like all them fighting animes, you like AEW.
Man hates anime, but he will recommend you some wrestling. Let me tell you.
Hey man,
let me tell you. He will
recommend you into anime. I have no beef. I have no beef with anime. I just can't enjoy it. But I'm glad y'all enjoy it.
He has no beef with anime, but it takes any moment.
Why can't I just not enjoy it? I don't stop y'all from supporting it. I encourage y'all to support it. I don't make fun of y'all for liking the anime. Even though there are some people in that community I do think should be made fun of. But y'all make fun of them niggas too. So
yeah, it's just
y'all make fun of them too.
I'm not about to be made the bad guy for making fun of those people. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay.
Oh yeah, well that's different. It's justified the way they be acting.
Yeah. But I'll be making fun of you, JP, Cole, for loving that shit. I just can't share that love with you. I've watched a couple episodes.
Or won't.
I've watched a couple episodes. I can't get into it, man. I can't. I thought about watching some Dragon Ball the other day, but then I couldn't find it on streaming.
Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z?
I don't know. It was one of them. Dragon Ball is the original, right?
Yes.
No, Dragon Ball is the original, yeah.
Yeah. I would probably start with the original.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. Dragon Ball Z is just so
I'm trying to be on the weight loss journey.
Good.
I'm like, Dragon Ball Z might be encouraging to watch. You know, it's about training and getting stronger. And
I go
very
for it,
low
bro.
probability of that getting very nasty on my television screen, like these other animes y'all try to recommend me.
What did we recommend you that you hated?
I didn't hate it. It was the one with
Jujutsu.
the spirit,
Yeah, it was Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah,
school or whatever it was. Yeah.
I just remember someone recommended Prison School a couple months ago.
Yeah, we was like, nah, we ain't gonna do that as a Q. That's crazy.
No.
This is where I get close to shit. Let's just get to the next super chat. Did you just say Princess School? What the fuck?
Yeah, we not gonna bring up anything.
I don't need
this is from Rex Fortune. Ready for the training camp Twitter battle of Shador versus Green after tailing out athletes bubble guys in the fourth quarter of a preseason game.
I don't understand why people are getting invested in this quarterback battle. Am I the only one that's like, I don't think it matters who wins this competition?
No,
I don't think I care, honestly, about
I
this
just
battle.
can't
I really
get
don't.
invested in it. There's people arguing with me about Deshaun being a former Pro Bowler, and it's like, that shit was in 2020. So I think I was posting about like this being the same thing as Kenny Pickett. It was like, well, Kenny Pickett's never been down. Like, Kenny Pickett was in college the last time Deshaun Watson was any of that. And had eligibility left. Right. Like, I'm supposed to get excited about Deshaun Watson in 2026. I'm not really buying into the Shador hype either. You know?
I can't believe people are buying this Shador hype.
I can believe it because what's the alternative, Cole? Like, honestly, like that's the part I'm sympathetic with. Is like, yeah, it's either that or believe in Deshaun Watson if you choose to believe in this quarterback room in any capacity. It's like, what else you gonna believe in? People want to believe in something. I guess Shador is someone you could believe in, but like, I can't get myself there. Deshaun Watson in 2026 is, come on, man. Like, people keep bookmarking my tweets too about Deshaun Watson. I'm like, you're never going to use that. Like, what are you talking about? You're going to run this victory lap on me about Deshaun Watson? Get the fuck out of here. Even if Deshaun Watson is good this year, I'm still right about Deshaun Watson. But yeah. Yeah, I just can't get excited about it. I can't get attached to it. I don't care who wins it. I don't care because I'm going to see both of them. And the only way to make this interesting is for Brendan Sorsby to cash in that money in the bank. like Seth Rollins. What was that? WrestleMania 20, was that 32 in San Francisco?
I think so. I think it was 32.
The main event was dog shit. And then Seth Rollins came in at the end and saved it. That's what we need right now. Because right now it's looking like Roman Reigns versus Wash Undertaker.
Next one is from Ring Rags. Teams normally have a drop off or hover around the regular season 3-point shooting percentage, but against the Cavs, it feels like these teams shoot so much better than they do all year, and the Cavs can't even come close to 35%.
Every year, bro. I don't know what the fuck to do about that. Like, you can explain the other team shooting well. You can't explain the fact that the Cavs dipped to 23% every fucking time. Like, I can't explain it.
It's just, it's so bad, man. It's so
bad.
Like,
we can't even be like, well, they're not playoff risers. Like, Max Strus is a riser. He still shoot like shit from three in the playoffs. I don't understand it. The looks be good. They don't make them. Is what it is, man.
Next one is from Rex Fortune. Did y'all see the prompt going around? And what's your choice? 20 attempts, 1 success, and you win $10 million. Hit a pitch from Paul Skeens, hit a layup versus 1B, or block Miles 1v1.
Jesus. So I'm not picking that. So who's Paul Skeens? What's his stuff like?
He's the pitcher from the
he's
Pittsburgh
crazy,
Pirates.
Bro. He's crazy.
Certified hooper. Certified hoopers.
Certified.
So what do I have to do? Put that up again.
You have to hit a pitch from Paul Skeens, hit a layup versus Wemby, or block Miles 1v1.
20 attempts, 1 success. I win 10 million.
Yes.
Okay, the layup is not going to be based on luck. I'm never getting that layup versus Wemby.
Depends on what Wemby I'm going against. Does he hate me for something I did, or is he cool with me? Because if he hates me for something I did, it's over.
He is 7'4".
It does matter. It matters if he's going to send my shit to the stands. No, probably not.
It's not going to happen. He is swatting your shit. You need to be really good at basketball to score it with. And none of us played college. Block Miles 1-on-1. We talking, he said 1-on-1 too, so you can't even get like a chip block.
What kind of block? Is it like a run block or is it passing?
Yeah, that's the other question. It's a run or pass block. Because I'm not about to pass protect against him. That's not happening. Curtis, you think you got a shot? 20 attempts?
I don't know. Depends. If my kick step, if I got a good kick step, but his get off, I don't know, man.
Like you gotta ask if you got a good kick step against Myles Garrett. We know where that's gonna go. Ass to ground. Okay. And if Curtis ain't got it, we ain't got it.
We definitely ain't got it.
Yeah, I'm just going to try to time up my swing and pray I make contact, baby. Forgive me, Paul Skeens. I'm swinging before he releases, and I'm just going to see what happens. That's my best shot.
I'm definitely not going to hit a layup versus Wemby. Like, that's 100% not going to happen.
Does Paul Skeens throw like all his stuff, or does he only get to throw one pitch? Because if he can hit me with a four seam and a changeup, that's going to fuck me up.
I'm assuming he's got all his stuff.
Oh,
he's got all his
yeah.
stuff.
I'm just blindfolded. I'm just going to swing and miss 20 times. Call it a day. The other two only end in embarrassment. Getting blocked by Wemby, that's just demasculating. The same thing with trying to block Miles. At least I could just swing and miss. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely Paul. It's definitely Paul Skeens. You're just like, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. See what happens.
I ain't got it.
yeah, just go for it and see what happens.
Yeah. Like,
on top of the fact that Miles could probably just like hurt you.
Look, Miles has the highest embarrassment potential right there. Right. Wemby just gonna make you look like a little kid. And mind you, I'm not tall. I'm not about to make shit on Wemby. It's gonna be like trying to shoot over, like when you were a kid trying to shoot on a 10-foot hoop. That's what it's gonna look like.
Yeah, just give me Paul.
Just give me Paul.
Just gonna swing wildly and just pray.
Okay. I'll try to time up my swing. You know, like you at the batting cages. Let me try to time it up. Maybe I could take a bunch of pitches to tire them out. You know, I don't know if we count balls and strikes. Like
20 attempts and you got one success to win 10 million. Okay, so yeah.
But if you're not throwing balls, if you're not throwing strikes, I think you get 20 strikes, right? Because you can't.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, he got to give you strikes. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna try to just string out the count, and then he gives me like maybe a 90-mile-per-hour four seam, and I might be able to touch that. Maybe. That's the fastest I've ever touched with a baseball bat. Is 90. Like, might. But you know how hard it is to touch 80? You ever try to touch 80 with a baseball bat? Whew.
No.
That's a fucking change up in the big leagues. Like, somebody throw 80 to you in high school. Like, what the fuck? I'll tip 90 once. Like,
next one is from Ray Rags. Last year against the Pacers, I get why Mitchell was tired. Nobody else was there to run the offense, but why the hell did he get tired? This year, was he hurt or was he just fully gassed? I don't know what's worse.
Bro, they played 4,000 or 5,000 minutes. That's why he got tired. Even if you not score, you still getting tired. They was using him. Well, other teams were singling him out on defense. He had to run around like too many minutes. He got tired. It is what it is. He's just not that. He's not as good as we need him to be.
It's unfortunate, man.
Yeah,
It's
I like
unfortunate.
Donovan Mitchell, man. He's one of my favorite Cavs. Like, personally, he's a great dude. I hate that people are gonna have to talk about him like that. That's what it is, man. He's a great player. He's just simply not. We got a team full of dudes who could win a championship as the second or third option. Like,
It's the truth. It's the truth.
Like, that's what we got.
All right.
What can you do, man?
Yep. All right. Next one is from Cam's Cut Ups. It says, "Put your hands in the cash register of New York." I already know what this is.
You talking about Funkmaster Flex? Put your hands in the cash register and take that money because that's your money, New York. It's your money. Oh, this will be more hilarious than Funkmaster Flex listening to. Nothing would be funnier than he talked. That was like a 50-minute clip of him debuting Otis once.
I completely understand why that song would make you react that way the first time you heard it. Oh man, what a class!
You ever hear the Cameron talk about the way that Jay-Z threw a diss at him in that song?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God. Cameron was like, I heard the diss and I didn't want it anymore with Hov. After hearing what he said. Let me pull it up real quick. But he was basically, it was like a sub tweet. It was like a sub diss. Let's see, where is it? Jay-Z. Mercer. Okay, yeah. Run up on Yeezy the wrong way, I might murk you. Flee in the G450, I might surface. Political refugee asylum can be purchased because the record label that Cameron was signed to was Asylum. And Cam heard that. He was like, all right, man, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
Hov is sick, bro.
Did he just threaten to buy my record label?
Hov is sick, dog.
They called me a political refugee because my group was called Dipset? Like, the diplomats? Nasty work.
Nasty work, bro.
Yeah. Jay-Z is my ultimate separate the art from the artists. Like, do not like Jay-Z as a person. Can't deny the bars when it comes to Jay-Z. Cannot deny it.
You said you can't stand Hov as a person.
No, every interview with Hov I hate, but like, hey, he got bars. He got bars I'll remember forever. Like,
you said every interview he's done I hate.
Not a bit. Yeah. If you know, wait, I said this before. I hated Bill Cosby before everybody else did. It's all the same shit. Like,
you hated Bill. Oh no, I remember you saying this. This.
Yeah, I had beef with Bill Cosby way before everybody else did.
How did that make you feel? Because I know people are like, man, what's up with you with Bill Cosby, bro? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, bro, every time. And it'd be turned in like, oh, you just don't like you. It'd be turned in like you don't like black people. I'm like, what are you talking about? Bill Cosby doesn't like black people. Like, but nobody wanted to hear it until he got caught up. Oh yeah, Bill Cosby was about to buy NBC. People used to drive me crazy, bro. Like, okay, that's what happened. Okay, telling you. He been telling you who he was for 50 years, bro. That's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day. Let's get to the next one, bro.
Speed run past these. Wayne, have the Cavs held a blow? Oh, I don't know what he meant by that. In the playoffs under Kenny, last year they messed around and lost DG for the playoffs and led to him being traded. And this year was it only Game 7 versus Detroit?
You get what he's trying to say?
Yeah, I don't.
I really
Did you hear
understand.
me?
Like, yeah, we heard you. It's just, yeah.
Y'all hear me or no?
No, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
We
but I don't
just
know what Ray
over
Rags is. I don't know what Ray Rags is trying to say. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Ray Rags, clarify that for us. We'll throw it on. You don't got
Wait, have the Cavs held a blowout? Held a blowout in the
had a
playoffs?
blowout.
In the
Yeah.
playoffs under Kenny.
Yeah, game 7
Yeah.
versus Detroit. And I mean, they blew out the whole Miami Heat. like all series. And they blew out the Pacers in game 3. And they almost blew out the Knicks.
They've done it before.
They almost blew out the Knicks.
Almost blew out the Knicks. Almost.
Oh. They were this close?
Just had to call timeout, man. Just had to call timeout.
One fucking timeout, Kenny. One timeout, man. How do you wait? 18 points later, be all right. Like I don't like to assume gross incompetence with people. Like I don't like to assume that I'm smarter than the coach, right? But I really want to know what Kenny's thought process was for not calling that timeout. Because there's no way it didn't cross his mind that he needed to call timeout earlier than that, right? Like, would love for somebody to find out what the fuck Kenny was thinking there. Because he had to be thinking something.
Had to be thinking something, right?
Yeah, I just need to know what were you thinking? We used to be able to get questions like this back in the day, man, from things like this.
All right, next one is from Go Bucks and Browns. The Cavs are stuck in purgatory with this roster.
We just need to appreciate. We need to set our expectations on appreciating things that might not necessarily be finals championships. Is what it is.
All right, next one is from Ray Rags. Here's my problem with Evans' perception. He's never not been more than the third option on this team. In Evans' whole career, he's taken over 15 shots 53 times. Mitchell did 58 times this season alone.
Yeah, but like at some point, we just got to kind of like understand that that's just the kind of player Evan is. Like he's not taking that many shots because that's how his game flows. He's not a high volume type of player. He doesn't have that kind of game. He gets his shots and opportunities. You know, somebody else has to create it for him. But like, of course, he's never going to take that many shots, over 15 shots. Like how's he going to get those while putting up good shots right now? Like every good shot Evan Mobley can get, he's getting. It's just what Evan is as a player. It's really good, but it's just not good enough.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, this is a rough part. All these players on the Cavs I like. I've even grown appreciation for James Harden. But hey, man, limitations are limitations.
All right. Next one is from Akalon. Only two I care about are Mobley and Allen. Rest, thumbs down emoji.
We'll see.
Okay. All right. Ray Rags. I love Sam and Max, but they aren't good enough for where they are.
Yeah. They're fine for what they are. The problem is that we need them to be better than they are because we ain't got the big piece of chicken. It just comes back down to that, man. We ain't got it. Other teams got it. The New York Knicks are playing Jordan Clarkson right now, and they're going to the finals. Jordan Clarkson's career was considered dead 2 years ago. Like, it ain't the fucking role players. With everybody else going to 200 and our car can go to 150. That's it.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is.
There's no complicated way to fix this. It's really just that, man. We get the next one.
Yeah, let's skip that. Harden wasn't meant to be your first option. He was supposed to run the offense while Mitchell was the scorer. Mitchell didn't hold up his end of it.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody can deny that.
Yeah. They're gonna run this back and try it again next year. like, hope it works out better. It might. I don't know how far it goes.
All right, this is from Ray Rags. He's next to about Sorsby. I can absolutely see them suspending him. They normally work with the NCAA for things like this. They suspended Tressel and Pryor. They would definitely do it for this. It's so much worse than tattoos.
They suspended them for. Let me look that up. That's a good point. Continue.
All right, next one. He said the NFL honored the NCAA's ruling on Pryor suspending him for 5 games, and the PA appealed, questioning Goodell's authority to suspend a player for conduct committed before entering the league. They lost, and it was upheld.
I'm not debating whether you can get suspended for stuff that you do in college. That part's undeniable. The question is, what you do in college still has to violate an NFL rule in order for them to suspend you for it.
Next one, this is the last
And
one. This is from,
to point out, the CBA has changed a lot since 2011. So, but go ahead.
all right, next one is from Aubie-Man001. I think Q could like Kuroko no Basket.
Okay, it's an anime question, so we can ignore it.
Wait.
Come on, let's be fair.
I'm joking. But we'll add to it the whole pride thing. The way the NFL suspended him was that they ruled that he was trying to manipulate eligibility rules and enforce an equivalent penalty in the pros. So much like Maurice Claret, when he got suspended, they're saying the rule that he violated in the NFL was trying to force his eligibility early by getting suspended. And that's how he got suspended in the NFL. He didn't get suspended for the tattoos. He got suspended for trying to manipulate the eligibility rules, technically, by the NFL, which is a violation of the NFL rules. Brendan Sorsby, I don't think that's because he could have been draft eligible. He could just legally be eligible for the supplemental draft right now. So I think that's a little bit different for those of you asking about the Terrell Pryor situation.
All right. That's Aubie-Man, of course. I think you could like Kuroko no Basket. Also, Friendship Group started a group watch of summertime rendering. That shit hits the ground sprinting. I don't know what that is, but Kuroko no Basket, you would like that, Q. They be hooping in that.
You know what? I was actually thinking about anime that Q would actually like. And all I could think about was like,
All
I could think about,
I know that.
All I could think about was like Cowboy Bebop, Lazarus. I think he would like, because you like cyberpunk and you like futuristic stuff. You like sci-fi things. So I'm just like, okay, I'm thinking of like all the sci-fi anime. A lot of the sci-fi anime is like mech anime too, though.
Here's your best
chance. Here's y'all best chance.
Eureka 7, maybe.
For me to watch anime. We need to make a bunch of money so I can retire in like 10 years. And once I retire, I'll watch as much anime as you want me to. Okay? If I get to retire by 40, I'll watch as much anime as y'all want. Man, I'll become anime head out here. Like, yeah, I know all the animes out there. I got all the time to watch these animes. I was talking to my sister the other day. I was like, it legitimately takes me like 3 months to beat a video game nowadays. Like for me to put 70 hours into a video game, that takes like almost half a year. Like
half a year is crazy.
Yeah, because I just don't be having the kind of time to just be like parked and play the game that much. Like I've been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza like 6 months. Like, still ain't beat it. It's a good game.
That's a lot of time, brother.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if y'all want me to watch all this anime, I just need more time in my day. Okay.
There's a point in my life I can get through video games in a week.
Whew.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
You know what? Somebody lied to me because when I graduated college, one guy was like, I can't wait to graduate college and get to play my Xbox again. Motherfucking lied. Okay? Lied. Oh my goodness. I remember my second year in college when Grand Theft Auto, it's gonna make me sound old. When Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, my freshman year in college, put so many hours into that bad boy, man. Was playing the online. You could rob like the little convenience stores and then shoot your friend. We used to shoot our friend who played down the hall. We would hear him scream.
Great.
It's great. Oh man, I haven't been able to play a video game like that in a long time.
I miss the old days, man.
Like right now, my main console is the Switch, is because usually the most time I get to play the video game is when I'm traveling. That's why I get to play the video game. It's like, okay, we traveling, cool. I get to play the game. Like, maybe a couple hours before bed.
Crazy. Couple hours before bed. Man.
Yeah, like let me get a banana or two before I go to bed, big dog. I don't even got kids yet, bro. Like, imagine if I pop one of them out. Like, ain't gonna have no time.
You're never gonna play the game
with him. I mean, I can't wait till he's 8 so I can play Smash again. Like, we got the next one.
No, that was it.
Oh, is it?
All right. Cool. Y'all be good, man. Shout out to everybody. Cole, who you got?
Oh man. Well, since we were already talking about it, shout out to the gamers and the anime people. Shout out to the Cavs fans. We sorry. We sorry.
Now we know. You know what I mean? We ain't got to be disappointed no more.
Yeah, you know what it is, though.
Yeah.
The sun's gonna rise. The sun's gonna rise again tomorrow.
Yeah. Cavs gonna win 56 games next year. Maybe get the 3 seed. Maybe get back to the Eastern Conference Finals. And you know what? Maybe they go out at a respectable 6 games. We can say, look, every year Kenny's gotten better.
Hey man, the guards are cooking in the American League. You know what I'm saying? Destroying in the American League. They got their ass kicked last game, but 8-game winning streak before that. So it is what it is.
Hey bro, we need to just luck into some bullshit. That's what we need to do. Just like draft some dude from Europe, 29th, and he ends up being fucking one of the 5 best players in the NBA.
How did the Cavs get this?
we need to just simply luck into the next Jokic. That's all we need to do. Like who thought Jalen Brunson would be this?
Man,
who thought this? Who?
Mark Cuban.
Who the fuck saw this coming? Nobody saw this shit coming. The Knicks didn't even see this. They wanted to trade for Donovan Mitchell.
Oh man,
who the fuck saw that?
Would the Cavs have been better off if they just let Donovan Mitchell go to the Knicks?
Probably not, though.
Would it actually work out better?
I don't think so. I don't see how it would have. Because who would we have on the team? What, Larry Markkinen?
They would still have
I'm
Laurie.
seeing people. The revisionist history is crazy. They're like, well, Laurie marketed and Evan Mobley. That would have been unguardable. I'm like, all right, guys, we're drunk.
Maybe if you wouldn't have forced Laurie to play small forward when he was clearly a power forward. Maybe it could have worked out.
Yeah, well, what's Evan gonna play? The 3? Like, what does Evan do in that scenario? Laurie gets traded anyways. Like,
you would have had to trade Jared at that point. Maybe you can get away for Jared. Maybe. Let's see.
Yeah. The fucked up part, the best move they could have made was Donovan Mitchell. It just wasn't. There just wasn't a way to get better. Like, their best hope was that Darius Garland stays healthy and turns into Chris Paul. But he broke his toe, and he ain't turned into Chris Paul. Should have traded for Shy. Simply should have traded for
or should have just drafted him instead of Colin Sexton.
Leave this fucking shit that we're in right now. Who thought SGA would be like 3-time MVP? People talk about him like one of the best guards of all time, which is like a little early, but like that's where we at with SGA. Who saw that one coming? And we got Jalen Brunson. Who the fuck saw that coming? Who saw this shit come? He got Cat out here being serious. Like, what the fuck I'm supposed to do with this?
Oh man.
Hey, Brian.
There's so many little things the Cavs, just like little things that the Cavs would have done differently. I feel like everything could have been different. Just little tiny things they could have done.
I don't know how much could be different if I'm being honest.
Like if they draft SGA instead of Colin Sexton, how different is everything?
Yeah, okay. They could have done that.
Like if you just take Shai Gilgeous-Alexander instead of Colin Sexton, how much better are you?
Yeah, but do you trust the Cavs not to trade them for some bullshit? Let's
actually go back and look at these. Let's go back and look at these drafts real quick. Real quick. Oh, because this might actually tell us something. Okay. The Jalen Tyson pick was a great pick, compared to the rest of the draft.
No, we can't complain about that.
Can't complain about that one. Okay. So 2022. Let's go look at that one because they took.
No, the one we're gonna look at is.
Oh, they were 2 picks away from Jalen Williams. Jesus.
In 22.
Yeah, 2 picks away from Jalen Williams. That could have swung.
Would that trade have still gone to Utah though? That pick would have still gone to Utah for the Mitchell trade. Because I imagine if you do that, Jalen Williams, you're still trading for Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we can't even. Okay, yeah, so Evan Mobley at 3 was the correct pick.
It's perfectly fine. Right, the pick you're going to come back to is 2020. Isaac Okoro.
Yeah. Oh man, this is the one. This
Isaac.
Where it all went wrong.
Well, I don't know who Tyrese Halliburton. Well, Tyrese specifically told the Cavs not to draft him, so that was never going to happen.
They should have. This gonna sound
Maxey,
bad, but not even Maxey. They should have took Denny.
Sadiq Bey.
No, they should have took Denny.
Yeah.
They should have like objectively. They should have took Denny.
Let's see. Vassell was in that draft.
Jaden McDaniels was the 28th pick.
That would have been a better pick.
He is significantly better than Isaac Okoro.
Quigley was in that draft.
Trying to see if there's anybody else.
Man,
that's the one. That's like the Okoro pick is the one where it's just like,
yeah, like the drafts aren't really that bad, to be honest. Well, could we have gotten somebody better than Dylan Windler in 2019?
Let me see. Because Dylan Windler was what, 2020? That was 2019.
Yeah.
So who went after Dylan? Oh, Keldon Johnson. Yeah, that was actually a huge mistake. And
then Colin Colin Sexton over Shea.
That's also
that's
a huge
the
mistake.
That's the big one. Even though there's still people to this day talking about we never got the chance to figure out what's Colin Sexton and Darius Garland.
Yeah, the Dylan Windler pick is also like egregious because everyone thought they were going to take Keldon anyway. And they just didn't for whatever reason. Like, yeah, that was a really bad one. That's a really bad one. Who else?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they could have took Terrence Mann, and that would have been better. Daniel Gafford would have been better.
Anybody would have been better. He didn't play for the Cavs.
Like, Jesus.
He played 1,000 minutes in his career.
What were they thinking?
Jordan Poole would have been so much of a better pick.
Yeah. Literally all the last three guys that got picked are all way better.
Kevin Porter. Kelvin Johnson.
I mean, they had Kevin Porter Jr. and well.
Yeah, I can't blame them for moving on from that.
I'm just saying, like, they had him, but the Sexton pick is the one that's like, come on, dog.
Yeah.
That's the one that's just like, why?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many better players to come with over here. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's the one. That's the
one.
Hell, you could have took Jalen Brunson.
Stop, bro. Stop, bro.
Oh, that's hilarious, bro.
I can't believe there's still Sexton diehards like to this day.
Man,
people would just get behind anything, dog.
How many better players? Okay, so let me go. Let me look at all the players who got picked after Colin, right? Mikal Bridges, SGA.
Oh yeah,
Miles Bridges is better than him. Michael Porter Jr. absolutely better than him. Let's see. Dante DiVincenzo. You can make an argument Dante's better than him.
They're in the same player.
Let's see. Not Kevin Huerter. Not Grayson Allen. Definitely not Chandler Hutchison. Anthony Simons. Hey, listen, you can make an argument. He better to go. And
argument, but like that's the same tier.
It's the same tier, but just 16 picks later. And then obviously second round, Brunson. That's the huge one.
Fucking Jalen Brunson, second round pick, man.
Yeah, 33rd, man. And then Mitchell Robinson was 36. Oof. Yeah, man, the Cavs.
We just aren't lucky. Like, I don't know what to tell you, motherfuckers. Like, we just not lucky. Like, every time we need something to bounce our way, it just don't. It just bounces some other team's way. Like, man, I don't know what to tell you, bro. We should be here with Donovan Mitchell. But that's all I got for you, man. It was some unlucky motherfuckers. Y'all have a great day. Curtis, you got shout outs?
Can't think of one today. Maybe next time.
You want to shout out? You don't want to shout out? You don't want to shout out John Rivers?
Hell no, man. Let's end the podcast. Just
what is this beef with John Rivers? Did you blame him for this?
It's beef. It's beef. It's beef.
Honestly, hold on, Curtis. Hold on. Time out. We forgot that you are responsible for what happened to the Cavs.
No, I'm not. What are you talking about?
Yeah, 1800 Curtis is responsible for this. Like
1800 Curtis.
Curtis from 1800 is responsible for this. Yes, you are responsible for this because where did you watch these games this series?
At home, but
by the way, I'm just let y'all know, Cavs were like undefeated when he was at work, and he refused to pick up some extra shifts to help out. So shout out to Curtis for being selfish. Okay. Just thinking about himself.
Only thing he care about, man. Only thing he care about is himself and the Seahawks at 1,800 to keep.
And then he be tweeting, I'm good. I got the Seahawks. Okay, yeah, we know you selfish. I don't know why you keep tweeting it out.
We know, bro. We know. We got it. We know.
We know. What's that fucking foul cookie place you like?
Crumble cookies.
Oh, you like the worst cookie place. Yeah. So, like, we don't got to fire Kenny Atkinson, but we might have to fire Curtis. Y'all have a great day. Have an even better night. Peace.